resolution in real time if we need to?
I'm not sure. We should be live though.
We are? Okay.
Yeah. What's up, everybody?
How we doing?
Hopefully, okay, so we ran into this issue. Every time we do a live, there's like a problem.
It never fails.
And it's YouTube this time. It's like you're what does it say?
The stream health was great.
Yeah.
Up until just like 30 seconds ago.
That's right. So I think it looks okay.
How's it look on you guys' end? Tell me. How's it look on y'all's end? Does it look absolutely terrible?
I don't think it looks that bad.
Hi.
Konnichiwa.
Well, I mean, you're not seeing it on their side.
I'm not.
Oh.
I'm seeing it over there.
Oh. Yeah, that looks fine to me.
Yeah.
That looks great.
Watching us. I've got you right here and right here.
Excellent. We're back to excellent.
Oh, not anymore.
Oh, no. Poor.
Can't tell you what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know. We're going to figure it out.
I got to pull my notes up for tonight.
How are we doing, everybody? Welcome back to Fix My Oculus, the live stream. Otherwise known as the FMO Show sometimes, depending on the day.
Yeah.
And depending on who we're talking to. We're giving away a Pimax today.
That's right. We're picking a winner.
Man, it's been a long competition. I feel like this one went for a while.
Yep.
And then we always take a week break to kind of tally the votes and just, authenticate
no foul play.
things. Yeah, make sure that everybody's playing by the rules.
Yep.
And then announce it on a live stream. So if this is your first giveaway with us, we're here to give this away. The giveaway did end last Saturday, and then this Saturday we'll start a new giveaway. So, because that's just how we roll. We roll into the next giveaway. Yeah, stream looks great. Everybody says the stream looks fine.
Okay.
So we're good. Hey guys, I've been waiting. Cool. Yo, how can I fix my tracking? We'll get into that. We're going to do a whole Q&A section. There are some things that we wanted to talk about, I think, on this stream. We've got some notes. So, because most of the time we come very unprepared and we just kind of take questions the whole time. That's again, just how we roll. But this time I felt like there was just a lot of stuff that's been going on recently with the channel and with VR in general. We're kind of into the retail season, so to speak, the season of giving and of buying. And that means that a lot of people are really interested in what to buy, and companies are really interested in what you're going to buy, quite frankly. So they're very interested in what you guys buy. Me, not so much. I just try to propose the information and lay it out there, and then people make their own purchasing decisions. But we did want to take one last crack, final thoughts at the Pimax Crystal Light real quick, because this is sort of the last hurrah for the Pimax Crystal Light. We did sort of like our initial video where we sort of talked about it and reviewed it. I did the teardown video on it. I've done a couple shorts on the Crystal Light, just kind of talking about the different aspects and elements of it and comparing it to other headsets.
Yep.
And here it is. It's the Pimax Crystal Light. Preston spent a lot of time playing around with it, I feel like. He even took it home for a while.
I did. I think it was like a week or two. I was headed here at the office, and then I took it home for a little while to play with it.
Yeah.
I'd never had owned anything like this specifically, so it was definitely different than the Quest 3, because I'd played on the Quest 3 and the Valve Index, and I've played on HP Reverbs and the HTCs. So this was definitely a totally different experience between all those headsets.
Yeah.
So again, our big takeaway on this was that it was a simulation headset. Aren't they all simulate? But this one is really good at simulators.
They all simulate something. But
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
But like driving and flying simulators specifically, like Microsoft Flight Simulator on this just looked really good.
Pimax did a great job on gearing that toward that market, because I don't think there's anything specifically out there for it. So you don't want, if you can help it, you would rather play some sort of sim on this versus the Quest 3.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, you're paying the premium price.
Yeah.
The iron price.
The iron price. I wanted to note one thing on the Pimax here, because I've had a lot of time to sort of collect feedback and data from just comments and people just in the channel. And there's a lot of negative energy toward Pimax, just for, I think, historical reasons. There's a lot of people on communities and like forums, and they talk about the Pimax, like the customer service and previous products. And I just have to say, like, for the record, that has just not been our experience. If you're thinking about buying a Pimax, if you're in that ballpark of like, I really want a dedicated PCVR headset, and this is in my budget, and you know, because it is a pretty budget-friendly headset as far as like PCVR headsets go. These are like $850 out the door or something like that for the controllers and the whole caboodle. Like you can get add-ons like the DMOS things, and you can get base stations and the little base station like tracking panel. But just out the door, with the inside-out tracking and controllers is $850, which is significantly cheaper than the Valve Index was, 6 years ago. Significantly cheaper than a lot of the, PCVR headsets that are, now going for anywhere in the like $1,500 to $3,000 price range in today's market.
It is an entry level.
It's an entry level PCVR headset.
Yeah. Oh,
Jinx.
You owe me a Coke.
Oh.
A Diet
Go
Coke.
get one. Yeah.
That's all we have here in the shop is Diet Coke. That's all he drinks.
Yeah, that's all I drink. The more you know. But yeah, it just wasn't our experience. I felt like the customer service was really good. They were really communicative with us.
Yeah.
When we had issues, they walked us through things. When we needed help with the software, they helped us out with that, because even though we've set up a lot of headsets and had a lot of experience running VR arcades and, blah, 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 there's always troubleshooting things that go into, something that you've never experienced before. And, they were very helpful. So
I feel like there's always little issues with PCVR headsets. It could be a setup process, a base station process if you have it, some software issues. So it's just interesting that that we just have little issues with it. But I mean, they were receptive to our needs,
and they were resolvable issues. It wasn't like anything crazy. It wasn't like, oh, you mean you don't have a 50 series card laying around to power this mammoth of a device? Like, no, it was like, oh, here, try changing this, and it worked, and then it was good, and it was fine. So
shout out to Dorothy.
Yeah, Dorothy
over
at Pimax. She really helped us out a lot.
Yeah.
The other thing that I have to say is somebody left a negative comment on one of my videos earlier about the Pimax, and it was, yeah, I know, right? And it was about the build quality, and I didn't understand where that was coming from really, because I tore one of these down a couple weeks ago. I made a video about it, and I actually really thought the build quality was really good, especially from the repairability level. Everything was really accessible. One thing I like about this is it's a lot like the Valve Index in the fact that there's not a whole lot of moving parts. You see that a lot in like the Quests, for example, especially things like the Quest Pro, or like the Pico 4 Ultras. There's a lot of things that sound really good on paper, like the automatic IPD adjuster, but that's a thing that can fail. There's a lot of things that sound really good on paper, like multiple cooling fans, but those are things that can fail. We see that a lot on the Quest 3s, for example.
Yeah.
Like Quest 3 fans, they burn out. Little pieces of plastic get stuck in them, dust gets stuck in them, screws fall out inside the headset because of whatever gets stuck in them, and then the whole headset's just like gone.
That was perfect timing. Gone, and I sneezed.
And from the repairability standpoint, this thing came apart very easily, went back together very easily, and I just don't have any issues with it. Other things too, like the headphones just come off one screw. You remove a little foam panel here, one screw takes the whole headphone off. So if you wanted to upgrade the headphones, you just pop those really right on.
I was going to ask you about that because so the DMOS ones that they sell, you can buy them as the added-on accessory.
Yeah.
So these pop off, and then you can just. I'm assuming we've not put them on. We've not. Well, I know we requested some, but I'm just curious to see what those look like when they're on here. What kind of look it gives, and I don't know, just the way it goes on there. I don't know.
I figured we have another headset coming down the pipe, and that we'll probably review. And I figured we'd probably test them out on that.
Another headset.
Another headset.
Okay.
So, well, I guess I might as well just say it. But we're kind of wrapping up on the Crystal Light here. We're talking to Pimax about doing a Crystal Super here soon, because they just need more brand awareness, honestly, and I think that they need good favor within the VR community. I like their product. I think it's for what it is. It's not a Quest 3. It's not an Apple Vision Pro. And I think I said this when we did our Table Talk video, but it's like there are different tools for different jobs, and there are like different VR headsets are going to fit different types of customers. And if you're the type of customer that this is for, which is you like a tethered DisplayPort PCVR setup and you want to play things like racing simulators, sit-down experiences, flight simulators, stuff like that, man, it's a really good fit for that kind of a customer. And it's an entry-level budget option for that kind of a customer. They don't have to go out and spend $2,000 or
Right.
even $1,300 on a big screen beyond or something like that in order to get really nice resolution and really nice performance and inside-out tracking and good audio. I forgot where I was going with that, but anyway, so they're talking about the Crystal Super, so we'll probably get one of those on the channel here soon, and then we really liked the idea. We talked about it a lot in the table talk about the DMOS speakers, so I think that the idea was that they were going to send us some of those.
We requested
and
some, so
we could test those out with the Super and see what the difference is.
I'm kind of excited to try that. I had in that video we talked about the audio, and I think that the audio is a big part of the immersion, especially in VR. So,
Yeah.
just a big audio guy.
Yep, audio helps a lot.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that sold a lot of people on things like the HTC Vive Pro and the Valve Index
That's true.
was the audio quality.
Yeah.
So that's what kept me on the Index for a long time, the audio quality. That and the Knuckles. So, which if you haven't seen my video recently, my video from last week was how to use Knuckles with the Quest like 2, 3, or 3S. So if you've not checked out the video and you're interested in that kind of a thing, we did do a whole like deep dive on how to set that up if that's your life's dream is to play Quest 3 with Knuckles, because it's it's fun. Knuckles controllers are something that you should experience if you play VR and you're not happy with the Quest 3 controllers. So
I mean the Valve Index and then the Knuckle combination. I mean, that it's just that's been such a liked headset for
tale as old as time.
And people are still buying them.
Song as old as Brian.
Yeah, you can go to Valve's website, Steam's website, and still buy it, brand new, a kit. I think you can't get the parts individually, or maybe you can't buy the kit.
You can't get the kit, but you can get the setup individually.
Oh, you can get the setup individually. Yeah. I don't know that I'd recommend it. You could go buy probably a used one and try it out. I think it's a good experience. It's not going to be the same as this headset, but it
Used Knuckles controllers on eBay are not that much more expensive than used like Quest 3 controllers or Quest 2 controllers.
True too, yeah.
Like a set of Quest 2 controllers is going to set you back like $170 or something like that. $150. Used Knuckles is going to be like $180, $200, something like that. Because I was looking at it, doing research for that video, and it's pretty comparable. Like, yeah, you have to go through some extra steps,
right?
But for the extra steps, you get so much added benefit. So, anyway, just a thought. Yeah, but I'm excited about the Crystal Super. Just to change gears on that back again real quick, is because it's got the modular displays. So you can so on the Crystal Super, it's this whole component here. They have a name for it. It's the
engine.
Yeah, the display engine.
They call it the display engine.
Yeah, but the whole
fancy
lens
name.
Assembly, display assembly just pops out like a VCR, and you can just like pop a new one in. So if you want really wide field of view, just pop that in. If you want really, really high PPD, pop that in. Like it's pancake lenses. I assume that they'll have I think they already announced that they're going to have a concave lens.
Oh, the engine? Yeah, I think you're right.
When the Dream Air comes out. So the Dream Air will come out, and then they'll come out with that like display engine for the Super. So the same display panels and lenses for the Dream Air will be available on the Super if you already have it.
I think there was also, just real quick, a misconception, not misconception, but maybe a lot of people don't know about the Pimax, but it is just a PCVR headset.
Yeah.
And so it's not a standalone, such as like the Play for Dream or the Quest 3 or Pico unit. So you gotta have a PC for it.
But and this goes back to my thought about the moving parts and the build quality. Like PCVR headsets, like they don't fail as often as standalone units.
Right.
I mean, we've basically built this business and made our living off of fixing standalone units. I would say less than 1 in 100 units that comes through here is a PCVR unit, and most of those are PlayStations.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's my specialty.
Which is a PCVR unit. It's as close to it's a console PCVR. It's not a standalone unit.
Not a standalone.
Right. But like the HTCs, we never repair those. It's very uncommon.
We don't see it. We just don't see it.
1 out of 1,000. I maybe see one once every 2 or 3 months. Valve Indexes. I repair the controllers more than I repair the headsets.
That's what I was going to say. I think you get an order for Valve Index repairs, Index controllers at least once a week. So we do see that once every 2 weeks, you know, but that's a pretty common item that we see.
But the headsets, they never fail.
Nope, they never get sent in. Never. I don't ever see any of those.
Just another note about the build quality on the Crystal Light or the Super.
Yeah.
So, just PCVR headsets in general. What was our next thing we wanted to talk about?
You know, I'm unprepared. My notes were up and then they were gone.
And then they fell asleep.
Yeah.
And that's how it goes. We're also probably going to be talking, I'm not sure how I want to parse my words here.
Okay.
We got a new video coming out this weekend, hopefully, if I can get my stuff together. We're going to be talking about the Play for Dream this weekend. It's a headset that it's not a brand new headset. It's been on the market for a little while. We first got exposed to it back in June at AWE, the Augmented World Expo, and out in Long Beach, California.
That was a blast.
It was a fun time.
Yeah.
But
saw some of you out there. I know you're out there in the chat.
Somebody's out there. But yeah, we finally got one, and I'm excited to show the world what we think of the Play for Dream headset.
Let's dive into this and the Galaxy XR. Because
okay.
we went on a whole rant before we started this.
Right.
Started this vid live earlier.
So we've been knee deep in Play for Dream this week and talking about that. And obviously, like, I put out the Samsung Galaxy XR video a couple weeks ago when they did their launch.
Oh, you got a lot of crap for that.
I mean, I got a lot of crap for that video. And I don't think people realize, like, because obviously, like, I could see the analytics and I can see where people are coming from, and most people are coming from YouTube search, and they're searching for stuff on the Galaxy XR. They're looking for reviews and stuff. And my video comes up and they click on my video and they're like, this is a crappy review. You don't even have a unit. How can you say these awful things about the Galaxy XR? It's like, it's not a review. It was purely just commentary on the launch and on like the headset and really Samsung and Google's approach to XR, mixed reality, VR in general, and kind of my feelings on that. I'm sure we could recap that right now, but it would, be a lengthy conversation. But just know, if you've left me a remark on my Samsung Galaxy XR video, it's not a review. The review is upcoming. And just to, like, again, reframe what I said in the video, I'm sure the headset's fine. Like, on paper, the specs look fine. I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing, like, the PC compatibility or, like, whether or not you can use it for gaming. Like, it's none of that. It is simply the fact that Samsung and Google chose to frame it as, like, an AI machine that you would wear outside, walking around using Google Maps to find pizza places. That way of framing it, advertising it, and marketing it really just didn't sit well with me for a variety of reasons. And the number one thing being that, like, when a company pitches a product wrong, that has a negative impact on how the product is received. And in a community like the one that we're in, if a big company puts, like Google and Samsung, put a lot of money and a lot of R&D into a product and then it bombs, that hurts the whole community.
Yeah.
That's all I meant. So I'm sure it's a fine headset. If you bought it, I'm sure you're going to be happy with it. Just like if you bought a Pimax and you like this kind of headset, I'm sure that you're going to be happy with it. If you bought a Quest 2 and you like that kind of headset, I'm sure you're going to be happy with it. I'm sure that people who are the early adopters and like the Samsung headset for what it offers and paid the price, I'm sure they're going to love it. But I do have a problem with the way that it's framed. I have a problem with the way that it's marketed, and I think that it's kind of a missed opportunity for Samsung and Google to integrate themselves into a community rather than kind of like juxtaposing themselves apart from it with a similar product. Because I think that it's going to give people a bad taste for what that product is, or if they jump into that product thinking that it's something else, then they're gonna abandon that product, and then the VR gamers who would like to have it be pitched as a VR gaming headset aren't going to get it. They're going to get something else that's targeted toward and marketed toward VR gamers, like the Pimax headsets, or like the Quests, or like whatever. So like the Play for Dream. Which brings us back to the Play for Dream thing, which is that I don't know if you want to bring it up on VR Compare, but we were looking at.
Oh yeah, let me do that.
And just to kind of like
Oh, that's the website.
Make my same argument over here again, is that I don't think that the Galaxy XR is a bad headset on paper. I think it's a Play for Dream, which is a fine headset.
Oh, where are you at? Play for Dream?
I just type it up in the search bar.
Oh. Maybe I should spell it correctly.
Yeah, that'll help.
Compare. That's what I got a little bit frustrated with the Galaxy XR thing, because I feel like, I mean, we already got a Play for Dream headset, which is has the tech is very similar.
Yeah.
If not the same, and they've been out way before.
They both run on Android XR.
Yeah, it's the same.
They
the
both
same
have
platform.
the 3800 by 3500 resolution-ish, 3552 by 3840. They both have pancake lenses. They're in the same price range. They have the same processor. And the Play for Dream came out, when did it come
Play for
out?
Dream came out in April.
Okay, yeah. So it's not an old headset.
But it was announced in September 2024, so they're already getting ready to announce it, and
Right.
we didn't get an announcement for the Samsung XR till last month.
October. Yeah. So
Or I guess it was Wuhan. Was that
sure,
what
it was Project Muhan. They announced
Muhan.
it last January or December, I feel like.
Yeah.
But because we saw it at AWE.
Yeah, that's right.
Kind of. It was behind
Yeah.
a case of glass. But anyway, these are basically the same headset. So I'm really excited actually to get my hands on a Galaxy XR. And, obviously we're doing the Play for Dream this week, and we'll do a little shootout. But I've got no problems with the hardware of the Samsung Galaxy XR. I have a problem with the way that it's been marketed. So, because I hate watching companies jump into VR, put a bunch of money into it, and then abandon it, and then the rest of us are left hanging.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to that? Why? And Samsung, and here's the other thing, Samsung's done this before. Anybody who's been in VR for longer than a week, Samsung's done this to us before. They jump in, they put a bunch of money in, and then they just abandon ship and abandon their user base. Microsoft has done it. Who else has done it?
Microsoft's done it.
I don't know why I can't think of this off the top of my head.
It's
There's
silly.
a handful of companies, though.
Walmart does it.
Walmart's does it. HP.
Yeah.
HP did it.
Yeah.
HTC kind of, because they're all enterprise now.
They've kind of abandoned that consumer market.
They have some stuff like
Yeah.
the XR Elite and crap like that. But, the whole Vive line is just gone. The Cosmos, which was going to be like their consumer headset.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great example.
Yeah.
Like the Cosmos bombed, HTC went, we're getting out of the consumer market. Bye. See ya. Even Meta to some extent, with the Quest Pro line, is they just thought that was going to be the next thing that really elevated them and really elevated Meta Horizons and really elevated the Quest as like this workplace thing. And then when nobody bought it, they were just like, okay, bye. We're switching to AR glasses. And then everything since then has been an AR thing. Even the Quest 3 and the Quest 3S are both they're not VR headsets, they're mixed reality headsets. Okay.
It's been a thing. It's been a thing.
I think the way that something is marketed, the way that something is sold to the audience has an impact on the community. Everybody's talking, and I'm too busy talking to answer questions. Have we gotten through what we wanted to talk about?
Well,
kind of. We'll come back to it. We'll
Yeah.
do some Q&A for a little bit.
yeah.
What are we looking at on time here? We're doing pretty good.
Yeah,
on
we got
time.
about 24 minutes.
All right, let's take some questions.
Questions.
How can I fix my Oculus? How can I fix my Oculus Quest 2? Because it legit doesn't turn on. Kind of depends. There's a bunch of different things that could be going on with a headset that doesn't turn on. If you plug it in and you don't get any sort of activation in the LED light, no blinking red, no nothing, your charge port's probably bad. If you plug it in and you get some sort of light, but still nothing happens, then your motherboard's probably got an issue. Could be a battery, unlikely. If you plug it in and you get an activation light and you look in the screen and the battery is black with a slash through it, your battery's bad or it's unplugged. And if you plug it in and everything turns on but you don't get an image, then you either have a proximity sensor failure or a camera tracking failure. Could be a microphone, but one of your external things that plugs into the board has failed or has been damaged, and so your headset's not tracking the room properly and refuses to display an image. That's kind of the nutshell version. More Pro Controller parts. Okay, do we not have Pro Controller parts on the website?
We should have a few.
I thought we had Pro Controller parts on the website. You mean more controller repair videos? More Pro Controller repair videos? I don't do a whole lot of Pro Controller repair videos, to be honest with you. But I think I've done the teardown video and nobody watched it, so I was like, okay, well. Very well then. Pimax doesn't have a good name to it for a couple of years. Actually, Preston and I had a conversation about this with Pimax. Again, my experience with Pimax has been absolutely fine. I've had no issues with this headset. I've had no issue. I assume that I'm going to have no issues with the Crystal Super. We'll see. When the Dream Air comes out, we'll see. But this, just speaking from my frame of reference, which is this headset and the customer experience that we've had with this, has been A-okay. Now, to what Preston and I were talking about. If Pimax was smart, they would just rebrand. They would just abandon the whole like Pimax thing and just like we're this other company now, or blah 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 blah, and just take all that R&D and all that hardware and all that investor capital and all that manufacturing, and we are now the PXR headsets or something like that, Max XR or something like that. You know, just do a whole company-wide rebrand, get away from the Pimax name, get away from you know, a handful of things, and man, people would just, that's worked so many times for so many companies. Just do a subtle little rebrand. Oh, we're new. Don't even rebrand. Just say we're under new ownership. Our whole company has changed. We've turned a leaf, and we're focused on customer service and customer support. And that works. That works for so many companies. I'm surprised they don't try it. But again, my experience has been fine. I know that mileage varies on those things, but don't take my word for it. Or do take my word for it. I don't care. Can you sell vibration motors and LED light ribbons independently? You're my main part source for my repairs. Yeah, just if you guys are looking for a specific part and we don't have it on the website, we probably have it. Just shoot us an email, info@fixmyoculus.com.
We'll take a look.
And we'll take a look and we'll see what we've got in our inventory. The real truth of the matter here is that we're a pretty lean ship at Fix My Oculus. The whole company is like 6 people, and Preston and I are 2 of those people. If there's not a whole big need for something, then we just don't take the time to really like put that out on the inventory and build out the Shopify thing for it and advertise it, because like there's all of these like little bells and whistles that have to go into. It's not as simple as like picture and description and price. It's like, you know, we have to figure out the shipping, and we have to weigh it, and what kind of box are we going to send it in, and we have to integrate that into Google, and we have to, you know, there's all of these different things that have to like go into play in order for us to get some sort of inventory part out there on the website. So we don't do that usually unless there's some sort of demand for it. So we'll get a bunch of requests for, hey, do you guys sell Valve Index joysticks? It's like, you know, well, now we do, you know. So if you don't see something on the website, just reach out to us. We have a contact form on the website, or you can just email us directly, info@fixmyoculus.com. We're not available 24/7. We're here 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. But if you leave us a voicemail or you submit a contact form, we will get it and we will respond to it.
Somebody asked about the index thing. I don't know that I would buy an index in 2025. I think the question was, would you buy a secondhand index in 2025?
No.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't put the money into it personally. I think I would probably hold out, or I'd probably pick up a Quest and just do that. I mean, unless you wanted a PTVR headset, I probably wouldn't move forward with that.
There's other nicer headsets.
Yeah.
That if you were really on a budget and you really wanted to buy something used, you could buy a much nicer headset with just as much versatility for probably less. Or you could buy a brand new headset for less that is way better. This is one of them. There's a couple of them out there. But the Pimax Crystal Lite is up there. The Quest 3 is a great headset. It's not a strictly PCVR headset, so, you know, don't eat me up for saying that. But the Quest 3 is in every way imaginable, from resolution to like, you know, lens distortion to audio quality. It's better than the Index in a variety of ways. The HTC Vive Pro, you can get those.
That's true.
Very inexpensively, and they are better resolution. And you can get the Knuckles controllers with them if you really want it.
You can use the Knuckles. I'd get those.
Yeah. And then if you're okay with spending just a little bit more money, if you're like, I'm not really on a budget, I'm just looking for a solid PCVR headset, then just go the extra mile and spend like $1,500 or $1,700 on something that you'll really, really love, like, you know, the Pimax Crystal Super, Big Screen Beyond 2, Megan EX is one.
That's true. Yeah.
The Play for Dream is one. The
Yeah.
Samsung Galaxy VR XR is one. There's a bunch of headsets in that like $1,500 to $2,000 range where if you're like, budget is not my main concern, I just want a really good PC VR experience. There's a bunch of headsets in that window. I feel like there's another one that I'm missing off the top of my head.
Let me look at
There's like a strictly PC VR headset. I used to say the HP G2 Reverb a lot. And there are workarounds for that. You know, frankly, if budget is your big concern and you just want PC VR, get a PlayStation. Get a PSVR 2. It's got a higher resolution and nicer lenses than the Index.
Standalone VR or PC VR?
And you can get those used for like $250. And the controllers are super nice too. And the mods for allowing them to like utilize like eye tracking and like the additional haptic things on the PlayStation controllers are getting a lot better. So that did not used to be the case. Even like 5 or 6 months ago, that was not the case. And the mods are so much better now than they were 6 months ago. What are we looking at?
I'm just taking a look to see standalone.
Yeah.
Or not, sorry, it's our PC VR.
PC VR stuff.
Let me switch it over. Yeah, we were just looking at some of the PC VR options that were available.
Yeah.
These are PC VR only units.
Only units.
Yeah. So HTC Vive Pro 2, that's definitely an option. I wish the PlayStation, I just in my opinion, because I work on a lot of the PlayStation 2 or PC VR 2s that we have here in shop.
He's always on a PSVR 2.
And
Every
I'm
time
always,
I go in there.
Yeah, I'm playing. My test game is Tycoon Roller Coaster because it's free. So that's how I test the units out. But if it wasn't for their cable limitations on their cable, I would probably recommend a PSVR 2 for a standalone or inside-out tracking headset. I love the controllers too on that thing. I wish I could use it with other things, but again, I've got a sour taste in my mouth on the cable.
Yeah.
The cable, if it breaks, it's like impossible to get. I think we've got a back order of like 4 or 5 units that need a cable,
cables.
And we just can't get them, and
It's very hard.
it is a pain. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Sorry, I'm looking for more questions.
More questions.
We take longer to answer the questions than you guys do to ask them. Have we tried the Pico 4 Ultra? I have not tried the Pico 4 Ultra. We have the Pico 4 Enterprise, but I've not tried the Pico 4 Ultra. I keep trying to talk Preston into buying me one, and it's just on the list. There's a lot of things that we've had to buy recently.
That's true.
And just kind of going into this retail season, I'd really Pico 4 Ultra is a video I'd really like to talk about more about the Pico 4s and just Picos in general.
That video that you did about the Pico did really well. Was it the Versus?
Yeah, it's the Quest 3 versus the Pico 4e. Yeah, it's got 1.2 million views or something like that. So
Like, people love the Pico. I wish we did more stuff with Pico, but it's just.
And there's just not that much information about them out there.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like, is if you're trying to become an informed buyer and make an informed decision about what you want, how do you know? Like, you look at a spec sheet, but that's not the same as like hearing it from somebody that actually has their hands on one and can look at it and go, oh yeah, this is garbage. Like that's, for me, in any hobby that I participate in anything that I want to do, that's got a lot more weight to it than looking at a spec sheet. It's like, oh yeah, this motorcycle has this many cc's and this motorcycle has this many cc's. Tell me which one sounds good. Tell me which one, like show it to me. Let me see what we got here. Play for Dreams. Well, Samsung Odyssey. Those are getting a little older.
I've not played one.
Is there compatibility for the Samsung Odyssey still? I've not seen one of those in the shop in a long time. Somebody said
SOS problem with your controller, Quest 3 controller. Ari.
More parts. I've been repairing my Meta headsets and controllers for years. The only problem I've ever had is parts until you guys came along, but parts you don't have. Where would you suggest I go? Decipher Omen. That I tried to answer that question earlier for somebody else, but yeah, just
Email us.
email us. Yeah, we'll hook you up. If you guys ever need anything VR repair related for any model, we will do our darndest to source it for you. I promise. That is like our mission. You want to repair your own headset at home? We'll try to help you out. There's a couple exceptions to that. I'm not going to peel off fresh pancake lenses off of Quest 3 LCD displays and mail them to people because they're just way too hard to install, and it's way too hard to take them off of there without potentially damaging them. It's like a last resort option for me. I only replace lenses on Quest 3s if they are broken.
Yeah.
Broken. Yeah, so I won't do that. PSVR 2 cables, we don't really do that. We have before, but they're a pain to install. I mean, it's so wretched to try to install them because all the padding's got to come off, and they like wire in really funky, like into the head strap thing, the halo strap, and they go around the back, and then there's that extra port for the auxiliary jack, and it's just a big pain.
Yeah.
So I don't generally sell those, but we will do everything that we can to help you guys out. How many PCR players no more? Game developers have moved on to standalone. Yeah, there's some truth there, Decipher Omen. Can I still compete in the competition because I only have a PSVR 2? I don't care what kind of headset you have. We accept all headsets around here.
Yeah,
for
we do.
Our, you don't even have to have a headset to participate in our competitions.
That's true.
You just subscribe to the YouTube channel and show us some love from time to time. Leave me a comment here and there, and enter. So Saturday we're going to start a new competition. I said that already, but if you weren't here before, we always start our competitions on Saturdays, and they run for about 3 or 4 weeks, depending on the timing. We don't like to end them on really odd weeks. So if it's like a holiday weekend or something like that, but we'll always run it for about 3 or 4 weeks, and then there's always a week break, like there is has been this past week, where we kind of like tally up votes and just make sure that everything's valid, and there's no like false entries and no like bots that have tried to scam everybody out of a good time, and then we'll come on here and do a live stream and talk about who won.
We do one about once a month. We give a headset away or some sort of thing.
Just about, yeah.
Once a month. So just be on the lookout. It's our way of saying thank you and giving back.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, because we love you guys. We wouldn't be able to do this without you. And if you ever want to know like what competition is going on, you can always check out our website, because we always have a dedicated page that just says giveaways at the top, and you can just click and see what the current giveaway is. And so if you're ever like, oh, I wonder if Fix My Oculus run a competition, just check out our website, fixmyoculus.com.
Bow.
Bow. Ka-chow. V3NE said, what is the best PC over VR headset for good tracking under $200?
I really like the Rift S.
I knew you were going to say that.
The Rift S, and if you can find, again, we just talked about it, but the PSVR 2, if you can find it for $200 or less, I mean, it's $250. You can find it used for $250, I'm pretty sure. But under $200, the Rift S does the job.
Yeah.
It does the job.
They both have inside-out tracking, so
Yep.
you don't need base stations or IR boxes or, a camera or anything like that, which
Yep.
is really nice. Both of them are getting hard to find the cables for.
That's
so
what
if
it
you're
is.
going to buy one on
Yeah.
eBay, make sure that the cable's in pretty good condition. If it says read on the eBay description, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can pick them up for under $200.
Yeah,
Both
definitely.
of those units.
You can find. I'm sure you can find it for $200 less.
The two caveats there: the Rift S, you are required to use the Meta software to run it, and then the PlayStation. If you're not playing it on a PlayStation, you do have to use some mods to get the full feature use out of it. Things like the eye tracking.
The eye tracking, you need the mods, but you
Yeah.
can just download the PSVR software in
and then
Steam.
you need the adapter,
Oh yeah,
which
you
is
need
like
the adapter.
a $40, $50
Yeah,
adapter.
it's $40-$50.
Yeah. So you need an adapter, but it's not going to just USB-C straight into your computer. You will need that adapter. So
It's like, why not? I don't know.
you're probably looking at $300 out the door, but it's pretty close. Rift S, you can almost always get those things under $200.
Yeah, I think the other day I saw for like $100. That's the controllers and the headset.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm at future contests. Sorry, I missed. How can I compete in a contest and I don't have a PC? By the way, sadly, that's okay. You don't need a PC. And the way that you compete in our contests, so the way that our giveaways go, they're free to enter. When we launch a new giveaway, there will be a landing page on our website, and you can use your phone or a tablet or a computer or whatever to go to our website, or you can just click the link in the descriptions on the videos that I post that reference the giveaway, which is pretty much all of them for like, you know, the month that the giveaway is going. You just click on the link or go to our website, and then you can select how you want to enter. So usually I'll have anywhere between 10 and 20 different ways to enter, and that's like subscribing to our newsletter, subscribing to our TikTok, or following us on TikTok, following us on Instagram, subscribing to YouTube, checking out a product that we're trying to push, because, you know, at the end of the day, we are still a business that's, you know, trying to get you to like at least look at our stuff, you know, buy a t-shirt. It helps us out.
Oh, I'll push that up.
Oh, yeah.
We got t-shirts, y'all.
Yeah, we do have t-shirts. If you've not seen seen other people in the VR creator community, we've
got
you know,
t-shirts.
we pass these t-shirts around. I'll name drop a couple of people. Nacy's pushed our shirts. Nikita Fajita, she wears our shirts sometimes. Mateo wears our shirts sometimes. Did we send J-Bar a shirt?
I think I sent him a shirt.
I feel like we did.
We sent him with J-Bar. We sent him the treadmill.
Treadmill one. Yeah.
Nikita Fajita, Kalea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you've not checked out our shirts and you're really into VR stuff, you know, it's an easy way to, you know, support our business, and, you know, you love VR, so, you know,
I love VR.
Check them out.
Yeah.
That virtual park shirt is my favorite shirt that I've ever made. I love that shirt. I wear that one.
He
all
wears
the
it
time.
a lot.
I wear that one. I wear the put a ring on it a lot, and I wear the Hello Darkness. Hello Darkness is probably my other favorite one. Oh yeah, I do wear the simulation a lot.
That one gets worn a lot.
Yeah. So I've got like 4 shirts just in rotation. But you said Pimax Lite is good for sim apps, but would you play regular Steam VR games on it, like Skyrim, for Arizona Sunshine, Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners, etc.? We have. I mean, we did.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's not that it can't do that. I think we just felt like, here's the thing about the VR community and just the VR tech in general, is we always hear these things about the resolution and the PPD and the field of view, and there is sort of like a diminishing returns on a lot of those things, on a lot of those values at a certain point with certain games. You are not going to notice 4K resolution in Minecraft or Gorilla Tag the way that you do in Microsoft Flight Simulator,
right?
Or Assetto Corsa, because there's not as much text that you can read. There's just not as many like fine little details. There's just not as much shadowing. There's just not as much of that stuff. If you have a pretty and you need a pretty powerful PC too. So if you've got a pretty powerful PC, you're running a 40 series, 50 series card, and you're really trying to max out your specs on Microsoft Flight Simulator, then at that point, having pancake lenses, having 4K resolution, having foveated rendering, all of those factors come into play to really enhance that experience, where it just doesn't matter as much on something like Arizona Sunshine or Super Hot or Beat Saber.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you can't do it in that. I'm saying that it doesn't take full advantage of the hardware. So for me as a consumer, if I was trying to tell, and I think this is probably why the talking point for us has been this, is like, if I was trying to tell somebody out there, this is a good headset for you, it's going to be somebody who can take advantage of the hardware, not necessarily somebody who's just trying to like jump into PC VR to play Beat Saber or something like that, or Pistol Whip or whatever. Like these like lower resolution games that they just don't require as much. Sorry, I feel like you have something to add.
Oh, no, I jumped into it and I immediately saw the difference in those particular games that have the details. Whereas I just felt like this is what I want to use if I'm going to play those games versus the Quest 3. Because I daily drive the Quest 3 most of the time.
Yeah.
Oh, our time is up.
Oh, no. Okay.
It's been 45 minutes.
We'll finish your answer, and then we're going to
go.
No,
it's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's all good. No
okay.
worries.
Well, I guess that's it. I guess we're done talking.
I guess we're done talking.
Yeah. We might...
Daniel done talking? That never happens.
Yeah. No,
he'll
it
talk.
doesn't.
I'm sitting in my office sometimes, and he'll just come in there and talk to me.
That's what I do.
For like an hour.
Well, I guess it's time, everybody. It's time to talk about who won the Pimax Crystal Light. You got everything pulled up?
I believe it's what we needed.
Okay.
This is what you need, right?
I'm watching the window over here to see.
Oh, yep.
Oh, there we are.
Yep.
Okay. We're ready to go.
We're ready to go.
We have, for this giveaway, one winner. Although, just to tease a little bit about the future here, I think not this next giveaway, but probably our December giveaway. I think we're going to do a multi-winner event. I think that's what we've been talking about.
That's what we've been talking about, yeah.
It seems like, I don't know, there's just, you know.
Feeling festive, very Christmassy.
Yeah, very Christmassy. It's the season of giving.
Yeah.
So I feel like we should give more.
We should
as
give
much
more.
as we can.
Yeah.
So
I'm down.
Be on the lookout for the Christmas giveaway. And if you didn't win, or if you're not going to win, because we've not selected the winner yet, so can't say past tense. But if you've not won, then you know, I don't know where I'm going with this.
Sorry. Yeah. Anyways,
just don't worry about it. Thanks for playing, and we got a new giveaway launching on Saturday, so keep an eye out for that too. Without any further ado,
Yep.
Preston,
you got it.
let's draw the winner. Drawing winners.
Oh yeah, here we go. Who's it gonna be? Bella C.
All right.
Heck yeah, Bella C.
Congratulations, Bella C.
All right, that's awesome.
Bella
Are they
C.
in the chat?
Bella, are you in the chat?
Bella, are we in the chat? Does anybody know where Bella's at? Bella C.
Congrats.
Woo woo. I don't think so. It's funny. I feel like, oh, maybe they're in here. Maybe they don't know. They probably were in here and then they left. And they're like, oh my gosh.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Woo woo. Bella C. Okay.
Bella.
Well,
All right. Well, I guess that's it.
I guess that's
Congratulations to Bella.
I'm going to be reaching out to Bella. If I don't hear from Bella, I usually give them about 7 days.
Yeah.
If I don't hear from them in 7 days,
Then we
we're
redraw.
going back up.
That's right.
Yeah. Because yeah.
Because we have to.
Because we have to.
Because we're legally obligated. There has to be a winner. That's the rules.
That's right.
And it can't be somebody who's affiliated with us or knows us.
It's funny, yeah.
Yeah, I've learned a lot about giveaways since we started doing this, because when we first started doing giveaways, it was very like, oh, we should just give away a headset, you know, like whatever. And then come to find out there's actually a whole ton of rules and stipulations that go into this. Like, you know, you can't like require a purchase because then it's a lottery, you know, like
Yeah.
you can't be affiliated with or know us. And like certain states, if there's a certain value, like a certain dollar value, like I think it's over I'd have to go back and actually read the literature on
Yeah.
it, but I think it's over $4,000, and it's a nationwide giveaway, then you have to register it in New Jersey, New York, California, and there's one other state, I think. Certain states have certain rules for giveaways over a certain threshold.
That's weird.
So, but as long as you're under like that $4,000 amount, then you're fine. So that's kind of our cap. We can't, and it's not like you just have to file paperwork. You have to like get all this insurance and like. What was the thing that we had to do with the arcade machines? It's like it's not like an insurance, but it's like
yeah, a bonded insurance.
bondage. Yeah, bondage insurance.
Bondage.
Insurance. Bonded insurance.
Bondage.
Bondage insurance.
You had to get bondage insurance.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't we all? By the way.
Woo, what a hoot.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks so much for being on our live stream and participating in our giveaways. We got another one coming at you on Saturday. We're going to be coming at you with a whole new thing, and we've got a whole lot. We've got some cool videos lined up.
We do have some cool
for the
videos lined up.
next few weeks.
Yep.
So really, through the end of the year, we're really trying to create as much content as we can. We're still pretty new to this in the grand scheme of things. I know it looks like we've got a lot of subscribers because we've grown a lot. But this time last year, we had like 3,000 subs on the channel. So I think that there's still a lot of things that we're just figuring out and trying to bring the best content, the best videos as we possibly can. And
Yeah.
I don't know. We do it because of you guys and for you guys and thanks to you guys. So that's really all I got for you guys today. So I guess we'll see you on the next one.
I was going to try to do it with you.
Oh, well, I guess that's really all I got for you guys today. So we'll
See you on the next one.